Alright, welcome back to another video. My name's Ethan. If this is your first time watching, welcome. So, it's January the 13th today. I believe the feel like temperature outside is minus 7 or 8 Celsius, which is what, 17, 18 Fahrenheit, something like that. But it's windy, you can hear it. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the silo door changed first off. Done. Okay. Down 2 doors. Getting empty. Here, I'll count how many we got empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 empty doors. Okay, time to go down. So, I got Indy here with me. Got something cool to show you. If you can see it. See that stretch of road there? Yeah, there's snow on both sides and a little bit of that clear blacktop spot. Here, I'll see if I can point to it right there. There's a oil pipeline that runs under there. When it's snowing hard, it will get snow over it, but when it's not snowing too hard, snow doesn't actually seem to freeze on top of it. Now on the land, you can see where it runs through under or over there. The windows are too foggy, but yeah, the road doesn't actually get snow on it there. That stays. I think it's because the oil keeps it warm and melted, but I don't know, just something I found interesting. So anyway, we're heading back to the farm. Alright, it's after chores. I've been working on my OBS Ford, as you would have seen. It's been a work in progress. I originally had a video I was going to make for it, but I think I'm just going to fit it in here. So, there's Bondo underneath here, but it was taking forever to mix Bondo and it's too runny, so I filled everything up with foam to fill the holes to pass safety. So you can see here, I've already started cutting it flush. I'm going to sand it, but it's a whole lot faster to cut it flush to start off with. So I'll cut it, then I'll see you there. Yeah, there's jagged edges. I'll put photos on the screen probably after this clip of what them edges look like. Alright, there you go. There's the first one filled. I need to touch it up a bit with some Bondo. Let the primer dry. Could have done Bondo first, but I want to see how it looks. This one could sand a little more. This one looks pretty good. It'll need a bit of Bondo on the bottom, I'm sure, but I'm gonna put the paint over it to start. You can see the paint really brings out all the defects. Gotta sand that one some more, I guess. And this just needs some Bondo on the bottom. But let the first layer dry. I just wanted to see how it would look painted on all of them and whatnot. Once again, long-term plan is this side here is going to get a bedside. I'm tempted to put a whole brand new panel here. Just because I can chop and weld right there, but it's starting to rust there, and underneath here it's starting to rust a bit. So might just go all out. The parts for this is about 60% of the cost. Is a whole brand new panel. Bedside here, they're expensive, but it's just that's rusting, that's bad. There's a big old dent here and here, and the whole bed line is actually tweaked up. This tailgate I'm going to leave as is. I think it's cool that way. Here I'm going to buy a new pre-made panel. They're cheap, cut, weld. And over here, I don't know why I keep turning lights off, but I can cut out and weld there. So yeah. Alright, so we're in the shop now on this 2350. We're fishing for some lost parts. I've pointed them out, but screw that goes in here and the pin that goes in there. So we're gonna go magnet fishing, and there's a screen on this tractor. I'm gonna pull the screen out, see if we find any goodies in there. you're wondering what's up with this, simplest answer is it's getting a clutch and new shaft, but there's a good video on it. You can go watch that. So I got my clean hand here for you. You can see on the end how plugged up it is. There's a bunch of little pieces of crap that fell out in that pail, but none of them seem to be what we were looking for. You can see all the different colors. That flash is, yeah. You can see there's a little piece of metal something, but there's another little piece of metal. Anyway, we're gonna wash this out. This thing's a real treat to get out on these tractors, especially this one with the loader, because this valve's in the way. I can tell you this is probably only the second time in this tractor's life that it's been out. Alright, there you go, it's cleaned out. Yeah, I cleaned it out with water and a hose. In an ideal world, you'd have a parts washer for it, or in a big shop you would. At Conestoga we have one. Well, here we don't have a parts washer. It'd just be something that takes up room and whatnot. So, cleaned it with water. Yeah, I know there's downsides to that. We've been told at school about it, but clean with just the minimal amount of water on it. I wiped it off. It's a whole lot better than dirty with that. So, you make do. Realistically, even, like these older tractors and their hydraulic pumps are not. I think we even talked about this at school. These pumps, they're hardcore. They aren't fast like the new ones, but they can take a lot of abuse. Versus those new pumps we talked about at school. They don't like dirt. Dirt gets in there, and they have tight clearances, so these older tractors can do exceptionally well with just what it is. Well, yeah, this tractor's, I forget how old now, 1986. What would that be, 38 this year? I think so. So, 38 isn't, you know, crazy old, but it's old enough considering it's hours. 12 and a bit thousand. So, we're going to put this in. We're going to keep fishing through that casing to see if we find anything else. But, yeah. Alright, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but I can see it. So, in this hole where that plug goes, yeah, there's too much glare. Anyway, there's that pin out of that right there. It's sitting right in there. I'm gonna go, I got a magnet on a stick. I'm gonna fish it out. I got hydraulic oil on my camera, so that's why everything's tiny. Just give me a bit. Focus. Alright, camera's not focused. There we go. So, no luck getting out that stuff, but you can see just all the metal fines that are coming out while I'm magnet fishing. Yeah, I can't get that thing in there, although it could just be, like there's a little bit of hydraulic oil. It could be the way the cast goes up and just has a little round ridge in there. So, yeah. But yeah, all this stuff probably comes off. Well, not this gear, but some of the wet gears in here over time. Even, I've been told, I've never looked, that every fluid in it that you see has little quantities of metal. Like if you took a strong enough magnet, put it up to water, apparently you're supposed to get over time a little bit, but I don't know. I've never tested it. I've heard that. So yeah, we're gonna put this thing back in along with the plug, and we're gonna call that because I'm just not gonna get anything else out of here other than this. Alright, I got that screen back in there. You can see during the week while I was at school, our mechanic came, he pulled off the starter. It's really easy because the loader frame used to go here, so you'd have to reach around. So he pulled off the starter. I don't know if I'll do it today or if he'll end up doing it, but there is here a fuel filter, not a fuel filter, fuel pump. Well, not really, the big fuel pump's on the other side, but here we have one. It's been leaking on us. We have a new one in the box sitting on the other side of the tractor, so I might just quickly swap that out. Dad's chopping straw, I'm helping him out. I grabbed the bale. that 2750 over there on the straw chopper. You can see it. It's leaking motor oil or something. So I'm gonna watch it and see if I can find where it's leaking while he's chopping. Alright, I'll insert the video of it. I saw it. I was still dealing with fuel issues. I'll insert the video of 2750 doing that, leaking. I haven't figured out if it's coolant or oil yet. It doesn't. It's too thin almost to be oil, but it's too dark to be coolant, it almost seems like. I don't know why it's not preheating. We're having electrical issues with this thing too. Oh, I'm just gonna crank it over. So, yeah, we're dealing with that. Everything around here always has a little bit of something wrong with it, but it's because we don't run new equipment. New equipment breaks too. Don't get me wrong, but I think we're averaging, well, this thing's got 5,200 hours, that 2750 is, tad over 9,000, 2350 is just a bit over 12,000, 6430's at 3.5, like, it's got to average, I don't know, 7,000 hours. Nothing, it's not new equipment. So, yeah, when you don't have that, you just got to roll with it. I'm sure it's a turbo line and maybe a coolant line. Maybe they're both leaking. But we'll pull off the hood someday and I can watch it a little better. But for now, as long as you keep a good eye on your levels and make sure that turbo's still getting lubricated, you're fine. So, yeah. Anyway, last job doing before lunch, and then I'll be back on my truck. I'll be mixing Bondo and trying to get that to dry. Then I'll paint it some more, sand it, all that fun stuff. Alright, so some time's passed. I got truck sitting on the hill there. You can see it's looking good. I bought more sanding discs today. The other side doesn't look quite this good. Inside the milk house, it's cold outside. Otherwise I'd walk around and point it out. But yeah, bought sanding discs, 7-inch. So I'll sand both sides down with the hand sander. There's a wheel on the, it's called a palm sander. But yeah, I'll sand both sides down. And then I'll paint it up again, and then it's all ready for safety. I've gotten busy with stuff, so I haven't really gotten to it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this one. Thanks for watching. God bless.